you have a 9-year-old who is curious about this type of things, you don't want to leave them in the dark because if you leave them in the dark, they're gonna find someone else. I'm telling you, they will. What the? Welcome to that study, guys. I don't even know if it's exciting me like this. Okay, you know what? This book is very exciting. It's called A Smart Girl's Guide to Growing Up. Where are all my girly mummies and daddies? This is for you. If you know you have a girl about to hit preteen and is a teenager, this is for you. This is for her actually, but it's for you. So I just finished reading this book. They said discover the secrets of a problem-free puberty. First of all, this book is telling you things about growing up can be very confusing. Say periods, boys, annoying parents, boobs, moods, friendships. So it's like things that have to do with puberty, growing up, all those situations, right? Those are things that you should be paying attention to when it comes to girls. And if you're a girl, you know how stressful it was. This was given to me as a gift, which really sucks. I've been looking for it so I can tell people where they can get it from. The only place I can see it is on Amazon. So if you're a Nestele subscriber and you're not in Nigeria, if you're somewhere like US, it will be very easy for you to get this. Now, if you're in Nigeria, I'm going to keep talking about getting this. Okay, I've been talking to every book vendor that I know to help me find this. Once they do, I will let you know where to get it, or I can just collect them and then you can buy them off me. Okay? Let me get a thumbs up if you agree. This book is, I'm telling you, is the best book I've written, I've read so far. So let me tell you a small story, yeah? My daughter is 9 now. 8 years, when my daughter was that last year, me and my daughter went to pharmacy. My daughter pointed at a condom. That was gold circle. There was a big box standing there. I said, Mommy, what is that? Everybody in the pharmacy turns and is looking at me like, I was like, I'm someone that in my mind I've been very proactive when it comes to this kind of conversation, but I realized I have no idea what to tell my 8-year-old about what condom is. So I asked her, what do you know about it? Have you heard of it before? She said, no. But the box looks interesting and it looks funny. And then she picks out one of the picks out one of the boxes and she's like, I mean, what can it be used for? And then she wanted to take it and she wanted to take back and start reading. I told her, sweetie, this is one of those things that we're going to talk about a little later, okay? That's the first time I ever told her that. Every other thing she ever asked me concerning reproduction, love, sex, I somehow always had an answer. But for some reason, I got stuck on the condom. I have no idea. Now, that being said, I don't think it's that I figured out, like, I've been able to tell her something, but I don't think I figured out a great way to tell the child what a condom is. So please, if you have the answer, pen it down on that, please. Give me expo. I will appreciate it. Because some of us still have some other children around us and would like to be able to speak the popular English. So tell me what you told your child when they were a preteen or when they were a kid that they saw a condom or something. Or what do you think a child should be told when they ask what a condom is? So what then happened was that I started doing research. Now, to me, this case is one of those things where I don't go online and start searching because sometimes you get so bombarded and you just get overwhelmed. So I didn't go online to find out what I should do. But like I have to find a book. I don't know, maybe it's Coconut Head, who knows what it is. But I was like, I have to go find a book. Let me find where I can explain what's the best way to explain to my child. But the thing was that I know it's one of those cases, things that have to do with all this productive health, sex, and things that concern growing up. Those things. I don't know. Speak. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you? Let me know if you do. So when it comes to those type of things, it's never just one question. So I know that if I told my daughter, okay, so this is what you use to prevent having children, and she now turns to me and say, why don't you want to have children? I'll tell her, well, some people may have health issues, like in my case, because at 8 years, I explained to her that even though she wants a sibling so badly, I will not be able to give birth. She wants me to give birth. I don't know, it's weird. She wants me to give birth to a sibling for her. So even though I told her things like, oh, we can actually try to adopt, blah, 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 she thinks, no, she wants me, and I'm like, baby, you don't have a right here. You don't have any jurisdiction here. Like, you're my child and all, but you want a jurisdiction. Don't be like that. But anyway, that being said, I had to explain to her by the time she was, I think just before she turned 8 or so, that, okay, so see, this is what happened to mom when I was giving birth to you. And I'm not saying that, like, I never told her it was her fault. I don't think I actually mentioned it, but I'm just saying that if I give birth again, my heart might not be able to take it and I could die. I don't want to die. I want to be here with you. I want to be able to stay here. I would like us to grow all together. I want to see you get married. I would like to see those things. And they came with more questions. So I thought that, just like what happened to me, some people may choose not to have more kids and they can use that. So do you and mommy use? I don't know if you understand. So I just knew that's how my mom, my dad, my kids line of question. I thought I'm raising a curious child. So do you and mom, she was something like, oh, so do you and daddy use it? Okay, so how does it work? I'm not going to explain to a child, an 8-year-old child, how a condom works. Unless you know using it somewhere and then I can, we can do some form of damage control or something. So that is how I landed in this book. Every parent I know, I ask, so how do you talk to your child? Especially mindful parents. That's the reason why you should pay attention to the friends that you have. You cannot have friends that say, now what we're talking about is movie, what are those things? Reality TV. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is bad. Look for people that are talking of upliftment and growth. So every friend I had, every mindful parent I asked, I like, so what do you do? What are you doing? What are you learning? How are you? Because our parents did not teach us these things. Most of us, our parents told us, now that your period has started, if anybody touches you, you will get pregnant, and a lot of us were traumatized like that. Those kind of things. So we have to break that chain. We have to be the ones that break that situation. Like how we tell our own children about the issues that are these. So that is how somehow a parent eventually decided to give me this because she had got one for her kid, and she told me, warned me like I'm about to warn you. Just because this book is for your child does not mean that at 8 years old or 9 years old you should give your child this thing to read. Not like this. If you look at it, I put paper clippings. Can you see? I put a clip on some of the pages. This clip is to tell my daughter, and I explained to her that when we're done with this book, we're going to have a lot of reading to do. Where are the clips? Have I lost all of them? Wow. Okay, there's another one here. I told her that when she reads it, there's some pages she cannot read. Thankfully, I have a child that obeys me. So she knows that particular one she can. When I tell her don't read this book, she knows she cannot read it. I bought some other books, another book about periods. I'm going to find, I'll put a clip of the book here. She's going to read it. So that I've actually kind of started, since then I've started collecting books and I feel like will help us have conversations about safe sexual practice, hygiene, periods, boys, annoying parents, boobs, moods, and friendship, those kind of things. So that's why this one came in. I just finished this one. I'm telling you, this is the best one to start with. I believe this is the best one to start with. If you have a 9-year-old who is curious about this type of things, you don't want to leave them in the dark because if you leave them in the dark, they're going to find someone else. I'm telling you, they will. So be the person to start the conversation and then be the person to adjust the conversation if somebody else starts it and it starts wrongly. Let me see if I can find one thing that I like the most. This one, I like too many things. They have things that are called survival tips. So it's like when the child starts growing hair, what should they do? There's things like shaving, hair removal, exfoliating, I don't know what that is, plucking, waxing. So some of them I'm going to have to be trying out with my kids. I've never tried it before. Body image is so important. So it's like when you hit puberty as a child, some people's boobs get bigger, they get more curvy. Why is that happening? They explain it is happening because your sex organs are being generated, are being developed. So what that means is that all these things are actually coming out so that you can have children if you want to have children. So body image is anything such as too tall, too short, things like eating. You have a tendency to want to eat more when you're going through puberty because your body is working extra hard trying to grow all those crazy organs and all that. So it's like if you feel like eating a lot, eat, but everything just has to be consider moderation. You're also very active at this time, so things like carbs are very helpful. Try not to do diet because it can hinder the way you grow. There's no such thing as a perfect height, perfect body. You are who you are, just wrong with it. Boobs, some people's boobs will come out faster. Someone like me that was as flat as a boy until I was like 19, which is wild because reading this book is saying that you're supposed to be done by the time you're 15. I'm like, I'm sorry. At 19, I was still as flat. I didn't even know, like I was like a pool, right? And then 19 just comes and suddenly boom, boom, everything just showed up. Anyway, so those things are there. So I think that if you're going to give this book to your child, if you find it as it is outside the country, once I get it here in Nigeria, I'm going to make sure that I sell it for you guys. I know I believe every parent, everybody that has a child, a mom, every mom or dad that has a daughter needs to read this book. That is a preteen or is going to be have it, collect it, go through it, read it, then give it to your child. When the child has questions, you have things to answer and you have way to discuss. How to deal with things like there's actually a page here where it talks a bit. I guess if you're a Christian, there's a page here that actually talks about some girls like girls, some girls like boys. This is just one page. For me, it's one of those pages that I pinned out. I pinned it out because um, I don't think that that's a conversation that a child should be having at this age. Just like how I don't think that she should be having conversations about having sex. It was written here. So this is how they have sex. The penis is put inside the vagina. I don't think my daughter should be having that conversation yet. So I pinned that out too. So I would say you decide what you think your child should read. The woman that gave me this said she's not planning to give it to her daughter until her daughter is like 10 years old. Her daughter is the same age with my kid. My daughter is 9. I'm giving mine to my daughter, and because she believes that her daughter will not listen to her. She prints out some pages and tells her, "Don't read this one." Daughter will read it as far as she's concerned. So she will not give. So she will read, and then she'll be discussing it with her child. But when the child is 10, she'll give it to her so that we can be. But I think that before a child enters secondary school, a girl enters secondary school, it's good if she knows the best, safest, and healthiest practices that have to do with her being a woman. A lot of us have been raised. I know it was when I gave birth. I gave birth quite late in my life. I was 33 or so when I gave birth. I realized that when I realized what my body was actually made for. So this babe that was doing, we're lifting bum, lifting boob, all those type of things. Sorry, we're doing it's not what body is for. When you born a child, you realize what this body we're born is made for. And that's it for this book. One of my favorite books I've read this year so far. This is August 2024. Favorite book I've read in August 24. I advise every parent try and get it and try to get your kids educated. There are several others. I guess as I read those ones, I've been gently collecting all these type of books. So that's where we are now. My daughter is 9. She's going to get to that point where mood management is going to be needed and all that. And she needs to know what's going on. I need to also know the best way to handle it, and we have to be able to be on the same page as we go, so that we can navigate this adulthood together. Because the streets are stressful. I don't want my daughter to come home and feel like she also has to deal with stress in her house. So that is it from this book. If you like this video, like it. There's a thumbs up there. Write it there. Let me know what it is. If you want me to tell you more about the books I found about raising girls and the best way to handle the situations, let me know. I can start sharing that with you, or I'll start reading those ones more, and we can start sharing that. And that is it for today. The excitement I have today, I don't know why, but it's happening. Hey, come on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, share, and like. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, okay? Bye.